Over a year and no answers. It was in January of 2024 that James D. Osborne was brutally murdered while working on a car under the Mini Kentucky Bridge, and no one has come forward with answers yet. Described as a caring, kind, and gentle man, he was coldly taken from his wife, kids, grandkids, and a family that loved him dearly. Now, we ask the question, who killed James Osborne? Episode 82, Monsters Under the Bridge, The Mountain Mystery of James Osborne. Listen as we talk to family members. Maybe you can help a family find justice and peace. October 16th.
Best thing about fall is football and the food.
With 150 milligrams of caffeine per serving and brain food to help you focus, Dubby Energy Drinks keeps you going with enough energy to get you through your hectic days and have some energy to spare. Remember that feeling? No jitters and no crashing at 2 in the afternoon. Just focus and energy. Go to www.dubby.gg now and order any one of the delicious flavors, including the only energy drink that you mix with milk, s'mores flavor. At checkout, use the code MTN Mysteries and get 10% off your order. Unleash your potential. It's a podcast heard in more than 82 countries around the world. And it's not from some corporation who cares more about the ratings and dollar. To us, it's about the people and the victims and their families. That's what matters. Their names will ring for an eternity in our ears. Names like April Pennington, Amber Spradlin, Dwayne Lovelace, Muriel Baldridge, Krista Garrett, Rochelle Dawson, James Osborne, and so many others. The Mountain Mysteries podcast is available to listen to free of charge on Apple and Spotify, and where most podcasts are found. And see gatherings on Thursday nights live at 9 p.m. Simply log on to facebook.com/The Mountain Mysteries and youtube.com/Chris Slone Media. Stay mysterious.
I have no idea what happened.
Well, you have to have some idea because you took your daughter in the house and you never saw her come out.
Right.
Something happened.
I don't know what happened. She just was gone.
But she didn't just vaporize. Someone had to take her out of that house. And we know it wasn't you. We know you didn't do anything to her.
Right.
So if it wasn't you, then who was it? Let's rule you out. Okay, we've taken you off the chessboard. You're off the table. If it wasn't you, then who would be the next most likely candidate?
I don't know. I wish I knew.
Would it be someone, a stranger? Would it be somebody you know?
I don't know anybody that would have did it. Then it had to be a stranger.
Is there anybody you knew that has disappeared since this happened?
No.
That, they were around and then this happened and all of a sudden they kind of moved away or they've gone away somewhere?
Well, nobody that I know of.
The only people that I know is the people I work with on a daily basis, and that's the only ones I've ever hung out with. I work all the time, and when I am home, I'm with my kids and her. And
is there anybody that you've had dealings with that are shady that would do something revenge-wise just to get back at you, to hurt you, that you owe money or that you had illicit dealings with in some way? We know that you've had some conflict with the law concerning drugs and different things. Is there anybody?
I fired a lot of on meth.
Oh, no, nope. Nope.
going through the chat and wishing you all a good evening. And we're broadcasting across multiple platforms tonight, including the Facebook pages Justice for James, Justice for Amber, podcast creators, and so many more. And I want to thank those guys for allowing us here. You know how you know when you do something and you're on track with it? When you can spend an hour creating a video promo, for example, like Summer Wells, like the one you saw just a few moments ago. And even though you're the one that created the thing, it still smacks you right in the face and it rips your guts out. Such was the episode 81 podcast, the episode 81 this morning when I listened to it because it dropped at 3 a.m. And when I checked the analytics on it on Spotify, the thing had already had 200 or 300 plays. And this was like at 10 o'clock this morning. I don't know what it is now, but it's growing. And I even got a really sweet message from Donna. I believe it was Cottle. A super sweet and beautiful lady who thanked me and paid me the beautiful compliment of the way I tell the story is different and it's evoking and it's etc. And I don't sugarcoat it. Well, Donna, sweetheart, it's me who's grateful for Debbie and Missy allowing me to tell Amber's story. I can't tell you what that means to me, the honor that is to tell her story. And coming up here in just a couple of weeks, it's going to be episode 82 about a man who, by all accounts, was very gentle, very kind, would do anything he could to help people. His name is James Osborne. Then after that, we're going to, and I've not began production on this particular episode yet. I'm still gathering information, thanks to Crystal Burks and Stace and other people, about Summer Wells. Now, I tell you what spawned that little video you saw. One of our people who believes enough in me and what I do, like with the posters and the videos and the experience that I have in media and marketing, to go out here to these businesses, and she and her daughter Brooke, or I call her Cookie, are trying to get us clients, not just for the podcast, but for me to do things for their social media, to create the posters like that you see, and the videos and things like that. I know I asked you guys for donations. If you owned a business, I'd be coming to you, or a Brooke or a Trace would probably be coming to you saying, hey, why don't you let Chris handle your radio, your social media advertising? It's not just that, it's campaigns, it's strategies. We sit down and we talk about this stuff. And you guys have seen them. They're all over the Facebook page. And if you're not following yet, please do. It's facebook.com/The Mountain Mysteries. Anyways, Trace had sent me this thing of Dr. Phil McGraw, who was talking to Candace Bly, who is Summer's mother. Golden Eagle at heart, but Prestonsburg adopted me years ago. And I'm really good friends with a guy who used to be the principal there, Coach. He was my weightlifting coach in high school when I wrestled. His name is Jerry Butcher. Just a fantastic guy. Just a great, great guy. And I figure that's the least I can do since the Black Cats gifted me a coffee cup. So anyway, and I'm a fan of high school sports. Collegiate and pro, I don't give a shit about because most of those guys are playing for money or something like this. I'll tell you what, Candace, if you'll hang loose just for a second, sweetie, I'll post links for Spotify, okay? You click the link, it'll take you right to it. And then once you're there, if you don't care, subscribe to it. But anyways, Trace had sent me this video, and I watched it, and I'm telling you right now, I decided, well, let's put up a poll and see what everybody thinks. And that was on the Mountain Mysteries Gatherings page. And the poll was, do the parents know more than what they are saying? 100% said absolutely. They do. Well, Brooke or Cookie, get me one with an eagle and I'll represent. She's getting me polo shirts that say Chris Slone Media and everything else. She's making those. She's gifted. She's talented. But once an eagle, always an eagle. Well, yeah. I had a lot of good memories at Johnson Central. I do. Made a lot of friends there, a lot of wonderful people there. But when I heard that and I thought, my God, has it really been 4 or 5 years? Whatever. God, it has. And they're still saying that baby is missing. I've got somebody that would beg to tell you that she's moved on, and that'd be Stace, because Summer has come through on that box before, and she's called me Dad. My mom, bless her heart, used to tell me that if you want to win a girl's heart, there's 2 things you do. Number 1, you make her laugh. Number 2, you make her feel safe. And that's all I ever wanted to do for my kid. And to this day, she's 24 years old and she still laughs. And she tells me from time to time, Dad, you make me feel safe. Well, I hope so. Because I'd lay down and die for you and not think twice about it. The only thing that I would want to know is that you know what I stood for. And the people that love me and care about me know what I stood for. Am I perfect? Hell no. Not by a long shot. There was only one human being that ever walked this earth in perfect form, and that was Jesus Christ. Chris Slone don't even come close. But I am willing to stand up for what I believe. And Donna, you're right. I don't sugarcoat it. People talk about, well, he could lose this, he could lose that, they could lose this. Amber lost her life. Took away all of her tomorrows, all of her Christmases, all of the love that she was going to share with Deb, Brandon, Gary, and Missy. Not to mention any number of people that would have been friends. And somebody did that to James Osborne too. They did it to April Pennington. They did it to Dwayne Lovelace. So you sit there and tell me why I shouldn't get pissed over that. I do. Very. And no, I've got no kind words to say about anybody that feels that they have the right to go in and stab a beautiful human being between 12 and 14 times around the face, head, and neck. In my opinion, just to see what it felt like. Because I've racked my brain trying to figure out exactly what it was that made him think that he had to do this. There's nothing I've come up with other than he wanted to see how it felt. Now, the episode for James Osborne is done. It's wrapped up, barring me going back and getting what I call the George Lucas syndrome. You're never really happy with it. You go back and you keep fiddling with things like he did the Star Wars trilogy. But I mean, look what we got out of it. It was awesome. You know, when he got done, when it finally met his vision, everybody was like, it was awesome. I thought. But I also thought the original, before he went back and CGI'd the hell out of everything and had Ewoks flying down the Death Star in the trench thing, I thought it was incredible then, you know, because you got to remember that movie came out in 1977. And then the special editions were released in 90-something, 98, whatever it was. Really cool stuff, though. And that's kind of, you know, I got, you know, I kind of get the, you know, I always, you know, I listened to the podcast this morning when I was on my way to get breakfast at my, they're kind of like my third family. Gathering Stace is, you know, we're it's kind of like we're raising 3 kids between Des, Caden, and Lloyd. I love Lloyd though. God, that video, it just, yeah. Every time I see him, man, I admire him. I do. I love him because he's got such a great sense of humor, and he goes along with pretty much whatever Stace tells him, because he knows if he don't, there'll be hell to pay. Yeah. Stace can be tougher than a night in a Mingo County jail. But I love her dearly. She's my girl, and I just love to give her hugs, and I just love to spend, seeing her and spending time with her and the kids. And I love those kids. Destiny is beautiful. Kate is super cool. And Lloyd is Lloyd. And he's been Lloyd for as long as I've known him. A little bit long in the tooth to be changing now, pal. But it takes us all to make this thing work. And I think, and I told Kayla today, and gosh, I love her so much. I told Kayla today, I said, baby, we don't want fans. We don't need fans. We need believers. Fans come and go. They do. Fans come and go. Believers are rooted. In order to be a fan, you can say, oh, I like that. That's cool. And you go on. Johnny Depp has fans. Michael Keaton. Gene Simmons. Ozzy Osbourne. But when you have a believer, they believe not only in, do you have the God-given gift? And it is a gift from God. Do you have the God-given gift to do what he wants you to do? Well, yeah, I think so. Because if not, he wouldn't put you where he put you. And number two, are you exercising those talents that he gave you to the best of your ability with what you have to get forward the message? Our message, our mission is very simple. It's 2 words. You guys remember that? To help. That's it. You don't have to bring money to the table for us to do an episode on a family member. All you got to do is tell us what's going on. If it's a murder, if it is an abduction, if it has to do with a child, an adult, a senior, the only prerequisite there is that you love them. Then I will do everything I can. And I don't care if it's in Kentucky, Indiana, Tennessee, South Carolina, North Carolina, New York. Hell, we did one on from a beautiful little girl in Japan, Junko Furuto. Japan. Well, that's down the road just a piece. It's like you go to the end of the earth, you take a left and you go 2 miles. Speaking of which, the other night I took Morgan home, and that was exactly where he lived. End of the earth, you take a left and you go 2 miles, and take another left and you go another 2 miles. So I would rather have believers than fans. And for some reason, when people happen to meet Stace and I together, we're just people. Trust me, we're just everyday people. And Lloyd, now I can get you all being starstruck over Lloyd. I mean, he's just got that pizzazz. He's got that thing. He is like what Tina Fey played it. Oh, Mary Catherine Gallagher. He's a superstar. Stace had another word for him that she put on Facebook today. And I literally laughed until I cried when I read it. I said, oh, dear God, you did not just go there. Yeah, she did. She went there with the 4-barrel carburetor wide open running in 6th gear.
Dipshit.
That was exactly what she said. Dipshit. And I was like, my God. So needless to say, baby, I spent like an hour laughing at that. I was like, my God. You talk about me not sugarcoating, Donna, that one right there, she don't sugarcoat squat. She says it like it is. And you know it's true, Lloyd. You know it's true. So but good evening, baby. It's so good to see you.
Good evening. Hello, everybody. Good to see you guys.
I have missed you so much.
I know I miss you this week, too.
Let's say hi to some people. Let's take to, Kayla, I love what she just said. She said, alone we can do so little, but together together we can do so much. And she said Helen Keller had said that, and that is so true. You know, if you listen to episode 81, and don't let me forget, and I'll post a link to that on Spotify for you here in just a few seconds in the chat room. Debbie, whom I just have so much respect for. I love Debbie and Missy both dearly. They're dear friends. But towards the end of the interview, Debbie had said something that made my ears kind of perk up. She said, ideally, after the trial is over and after its conclusion has been reached, ideally what she would like to see is the people involved in justice for Amber come together and help other people. I think there is no more of a beautiful testimony to Amber Nicole Spradlin than what she said right there. Because let me tell you something. We've got a lot of passionate people on the Mountain Mysteries Facebook page, and some of you are new. Some of you are here for the first time, and I want to say a great big welcome to you, number one. Number two, I want to say that we love you. And let me tell you something. If anybody has learned you don't really have to know somebody to love them, it would be yours truly right here. I didn't know Amber, loved her. I did know April, loved her. Didn't know Dwayne, loved Lace, love him. Didn't
Absolutely. I love that baby.
Yeah. I didn't know Summer Wells. She's come through on that spirit box and called me dad.
Love her too.
And I'm telling you right now, if that baby girl was still alive, I would adopt her yesterday and not think twice about it.
It's untelling what I'd do. I'd probably unalive somebody over her.
Oh, I would without thinking about it. I'd rock that damn orange jumpsuit.
I thought about it so many times.
You saw the pictures of her. She a beautiful, but even if she hadn't been as pretty as a button, she was a child, a beautiful baby girl.
Oh, Mason's in there. Hey, Mason. Good to see you. Yeah, Peony over there. Brookie, your baby's laying around here somewhere. Peony took up with Brookie.
So, you tell me why it is.
I have to.
Yeah, hang on.
Why haven't the kids said anything?
Well, I made a mistake in that video too. One of the mistakes that I'd made in that video. There we go. That's blocked. One of the mistakes I made in that video was I said 4 siblings, and she was actually the 4th. So there was 3 siblings.
Yeah.
And why hasn't one of them come forward and said something? I don't know, unless it's an issue of.
You know how kids are about talking and saying things and stuff. They
they're scared that they're going to get in trouble. And that again goes back to the parents. I do think that they know a lot more than what they're talking about, or a lot more than what they're saying. And I'm not alone in that. So many people have actually said that.
Yeah, I agree, Trace. The picture was strange in the car. I thought she was dead when I first saw it. That's the first thing I told Chris. I said, I don't know if you all have seen that picture yet or not, but I said, look at her little fingernails and her color doesn't look good.
Well, one of the theories I'd heard, and if it was, oh God, I swear I'd drive to Tennessee with a shovel, was that they killed her over, and I don't know that there's any substance to this, but I'd heard that they had killed her over the fact that she was hungry, and she had said she was hungry. And that right there set me on fire in ways that I didn't know I could be. I remember all kinds of time. My baby would come to me and, Dad, I'm hungry. Okay, then we're going to find you something to eat. And sometimes it was just more of I'm hungry, but only for pizza. So she wasn't hungry. She just wanted pizza. Mm-hmm. Okay, then we'll get you a pizza. We'll call Papa John. She was at one point living in Tennessee, and she had called me, and she'll tell you this story. And she was having like a little girls sleepover thing. Dad. And of course, when she said it like that, I knew she was spelling dad, ATM. Dad.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, baby. Will you get me and my friends a pizza? Oh, how many pizzas? Well, we could probably get away with maybe one large, but so Dad got her 3.
But 2 would be better.
Yeah, I wound up getting her 3, and like enough 2-liters to float a battleship. And then there was a time that she stayed the weekend with me, and I had a house full of teenage girls, and I was like, "Oh dear God!" I said, "I don't know if I'm going to go mentally insane or financially bankrupt before this weekend's over." But that weekend, I wound up being called dad by something like 4 or 5 little girls, and come to find out, when they had asked me, the next morning at breakfast or right before we went out to get breakfast, I said, "Why do you want to call me dad?" Our dad ran off. We don't know where he's at. That'll break your heart. And I'm sitting there thinking, well, that's no man. And I said, okay. I said, you can call me dad. Now you got one of them that's almost a doctor. Another one, I think 2 of them are in the medical field. And another one is she had that entrepreneurial spirit, and she's running her own kind of business, which, she had, and there goes Brooke, dad.
Yeah, I saw that.
She's my girl. I love her.
Yep.
But I was like, well, yeah, and it's just solid advice. And again, it goes back to what Donna said. You don't sugarcoat it. No, I don't. The truth sometimes sucks, and it's hard to hear. But if you love somebody enough to tell them the truth, like Charlie Kirk said, if you love somebody enough to tell them the truth, then you tell them the truth. And the truth is very simple. I had girl, Dad, can I ask you a question about this guy? Okay. Well, he says he loves me. I said, how long have you known this guy? A week. I said, he wants you to drop the panties. What? I said, that's what he wants. I said, look, most teenage boys, not all of them, but most, they're after one thing. I said, don't blame them. I said, it's a biological thing. It's, we're wired to think that way. I said, but never devalue yourself and just say, well, if I don't do what he wants, then he's going to leave. Then let him leave. Because let me tell you something, there will be somebody out there that values you enough and loves you enough to wait because they know your worth. And let me tell you something. Stacia, Lloyd can tell you this. The best things in life are worth working for and waiting on.
Amen. That was perfect timing.
I don't know what I did, but I'm glad I did it. Am I speaking to somebody that I know and love? Am I? Am I speaking to a certain somebody that I know and love?
Yeah.
You're worth it, baby. You're worth waiting for. I love you. You are worth waiting for. Your value is determined by you. And don't ever let anybody devalue you. They can say what they want to. It don't matter, because anybody that would say something negative about you, they're just pissed off and jealous because they didn't get what they want, because you are a better person than that. Right. Now, does that mean that they can't grow and be a better person eventually themselves? No, they can be. But you always hold your value to your heart. God made you wonderfully, fearfully, and beautifully. And you are worth waiting for. I'd say that to any. And I said that to several girls. And it saved them a lot of heartache, and it saved them a lot of misery. And one said, well, I just feel like it's never going to. I said, honey, you're 17 years old. Give it a chance. I said, give life a chance. I said, trust in God. The rest of it will fall into place. So let's say hi to some people in the chat room. Early Bowling's in there. Of course, there's my cousin. Mason on Maine. Coolest store on the face of God's green earth. You guys are in there. Check it out. I mean, Mason's got all kinds of stuff.
Mason is a man. Listen, I live vicariously through Mason.
The pumpkin outfit, the pumpkin awesome. Thing, you rock. It was awesome. I loved it.
Listen, he's on his dress is awesome.
I watch his videos. I think they're cool.
Good.
KK, which is what I call Kelly Kimbler. Kelly is just so awesome. She's wonderful. Sandra, big hey to Tracy, of course, and Kayla. There's Cookie. I think I said hi to Cookie. Let's see, Tina, and I'm just going up here to the chat room. Steph and Maddie. Maddie's my OG. I keep waiting on her to stand up with Lloyd one day and say, "You're going to realize you're a little light in the ass to be stepping to an OG." Yeah. So that's my Maddie. And she's headed to big things too with her collegiate career. And Maddie, I'm so proud of you. It's awesome. You're rocking it, girl. Keep going. Get where you want to be and don't quit until you are where you want to be. You're worth it. You're worth the work. Remember what I said, work and waiting. You're worth the work and it's worth waiting for. Yeah, there you go, Maddie. You're worth it. Do it. And I want you to be that kind of girl because she's studying like psychology and criminal justice, which is going to make her.
Awesome.
This chick's going to be on Criminal Minds. She's going to be like the next Penelope Garcia or Prentice or maybe even Hotch, or she's really lucky, Spencer Reed. That dude had it going. I mean, he could look at something and figure it out. Bam, right there. He was almost as smart as Lloyd Gullett. Or as Stace calls him, dipshit. But yeah, hey to everybody in the chat. If I didn't mention you, I'm sorry.
Oh, also the haunted dolls. And these are the ones that I've had stored up. They're going to be at Mason on Main in Winchester around the 10th of October. We're going to be making a little trip to Mason's shop. And
that is going to be awesome. And he actually, if I understand correctly, he sets them up in the shop.
Yes.
And
so y'all can see them.
Like, because there are people that still window shop.
Look in the store, shop, you get to see the babies.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You can see
yes, Mason, Venmo. You can go to, I'll put it in the chat right now. There.
Oh, I am too, Mason. I can't wait.
Yeah, that's the website right there. It's chrisslone.media, www.chrisslone.media. But he really does have the coolest store. It's Mason on Main, which is in historic downtown Winchester, Kentucky. And they call it historic for a reason. If you've never visited, it really is beautiful. And the store he's got, it's rich in history, class,
deep in it. Mm-hmm.
And according to Stace,
words. God, you're on it tonight.
It's got spooks.
God.
Do what?
You're on it tonight.
Well, I was in radio. I was in broadcasting for 30 years. I mean,
God.
You know, I mean, I went to pick up my offspring.
Yes.
Tonight. Guys, stop by Hardy's of Prestonsburg. You can see her. She's normally there between 1 and 9, something like that. But tonight she got off at 8 o'clock because Dad had to get her, and Dad had gatherings at 9, and we all know she was like, oh, okay. So, anyways, that bunch down there is just a fabulous group of people. They're wonderful. Pam, Missy, there's a Destiny there. She's beautiful. And then, of course, there's Cindy Lou. I call her Cindy Lou. Cindy is just awesome. There's Terry. So many great people down there. And they've just took my kid in and treated her like she's family. They love her. And she loves them. And I love them.
I mean, who doesn't? She's awesome.
Cody rocks. I mean, she's just, Cody's like, you know, I'm waiting on her to look at one of her cats and say, no, fuck off, Guy, Gus, Jim, Bill, whatever your name is. Your name's going to be dead if you come near my chicken. She's an Ozzy fan. She was born in 2001, and she's a fan of Ozzy Osbourne. I'm sitting there going, I raised that youngin' right. Gosh. Because Stace and I think we were chatting about today that we both love Ozzy. We're always going to love Ozzy. And we're just, you know, he's the Prince of Darkness. He worships Ozzy Osbourne did not worship it was a freaking act. It's like saying Gene Simmons is a demon. It was demon making. He was the demon in Kiss. It was a show. Marilyn Manson, same way. His real name's Brian. He's from Ohio. He's a rock star. And, Ozzy would come out there like this, rock and roll forever. And
what did he say?
Into his show.
I love you.
Yeah. That was the last thing he said on stage. I love you all. So, yeah, I get pissed off when people say, talk about him like that because he was not. Listen to the lyrics of his music, for God's sake.
He sure brought a lot of
What is it that he said he's talking about maybe it's not too late for us to learn how to love and forget how to hate.
Yeah.
I think that was No More Tears, was it? I mean, it's
That was Crazy Train.
Crazy Train. I'm sorry, baby. Crazy Train. Great song. You know what he's talking about in Crazy Train? About the world blowing itself up. And then Mama, I'm Coming Home. He wrote that out of love for Sharon.
I can hardly listen to it.
I can't either now.
I'm just a big baby over it. I'm just a blubbering idiot over him.
I love him.
I do too.
You know, I'd pick him. I put him up there with Joe Elliott, who's the lead singer of Def Leppard.
Oh, yeah.
I put him up there with John Bon Jovi, who's one of my all-time favorites. I love John Bon Jovi.
Yep.
I put him up there with Gene Simmons. I love Kiss. And my God, he's right up there with Alice Cooper. I love Alice Cooper. One of the most intelligent human beings you could sit down and have a conversation with. And I don't care if it's about state. I'll tell you another one. Ted Nugent. Love him. Ted Nugent.
I like him.
If by the chance the good Lord lets Ted see this, brother, keep it up. You are loved. You are respected. And thank God for you. And he was the first one to stand up and condemn the left for, you know, all the comments they made about Charlie Kirk, whom I loved. I thought Charlie just spoke the truth, and he was all for freedom. And he wanted people to be happy. He wanted people to find Christ. And I think I think a lot of girls, a lot of young ladies, a lot of women, and a lot of girls who are little girls, they need to look up to Erica Kirk and not Tay-Tay, which I can't stomach her. I love Erica Kirk. She is nothing but pure raw class. Erica Kirk is a great role model for anybody. I'm instructed to share the live link with you on Saturday morning so you can see her first varsity start. I promise I will. That's for Maddie. Okay, great.
Awesome, Maddie. Yeah.
We'll share it. I'll put it on the Facebook page. I'll put it on Mountain Mysteries.
Hello, Mary. Good to see you, girl.
You know, I had promised somebody that I was going to put a link directly for the episode on Spotify. And as it so happens, here it comes. Spotify, The Mountain Mysteries, episode number 81. There it is. Click on it. It'll take you right to it. So I'm sorry it takes me 2 hours, 60 minutes. My kid tells me that all the time.
Everybody take a listen to that.
3 hours to understand it.
Prepare yourself before you do, though.
I listened to it this morning, and at first I was fine. But by the end of it, I'm sitting in Hardee's and I'm listening to it on you trusty iPhone, and I felt something right here. There's tears, and this guy stands up who is, you know how like Hardee's has a little petition in between the seats. You know, it's like little walls. This guy stands up. He said, "I know that voice." And I'm like, oh, shit. Well, I said, yeah. He said, aren't you? He said, are you still in radio? And I said, no. I said, I don't really have much to do with radio anymore. And he said, what do you do now? I said, well, I do marketing. He said, marketing. I said, well, I work with businesses and individuals to get their social media recognized and their businesses recognized. Because, I mean, you know, you'd think after 30 years in radio and people constantly coming to salespeople and saying, I want Chris Slone to do my commercial. Well, that says something. And don't get me wrong, not everybody was that way. Some people didn't care. Some people didn't like my voice. And I'm like, well, okay, that's all right. It's not for everybody. And that doesn't mean I didn't respect their business or their efforts. I still did. And I'd still do anything to this day to help them if I could. But I said, that's what I do now. I said, I create commercials for radio, even TV, social media. You guys have seen the videos. You guys have seen the posters. You guys have seen all that stuff. The podcast does. Kayla said the podcast gets me. You know, when I'm sitting there and I'm the one that produced it. I'm the one that scripted it. Now, I did not script the interview with Debbie and Missy. That was Debbie and Missy and I just talking. And I am going to ask Debbie if she will come on here. And I think she's watching tonight. So, Deb, be ready to get a phone call or a little message or text. And don't make me sick Brandon on you. So, or better yet, I'll talk to that big, beautiful black kitty cat you've got, and I'll get the kitty cat to convince you.
I love hearing him go off on there. On that clip you got him. That's the best thing I've ever heard.
Oh, and Brandon,
yes.
Let me tell you something. If Brandon got his hand, it would have been over.
Let me tell you what. Boy,
Brandon is an opposing man, but he is as sweet and as kind.
Yeah, you can tell.
As the day is long, he's a great guy.
Yeah.
He's a super nice guy, but don't dick with his family. Don't mess with his family. And Amber was his family. Amber
I love
is.
that. I will
his
never
family.
forget that as long as I live. I said yes when I first seen him do that.
Oh yeah, you and I sit together on the couch
Yeah.
that night and
We watched it on the news.
Yeah, we did. We watched it on. Yeah,
It's like,
and
oh
I
my
remember you
God.
looking in, and you looked at me and you said,
Hell yeah.
"If he got his hands on that, it'd be over." I said, "Yeah, it would be a different kind of trial.
I don't. I could.
It'd
I
be
just. I couldn't. I don't
Brandon
know if I could
on
control
trial
myself or not.
for." I mean, after the guy being arrested defecated himself, then there wouldn't have been nothing left to clean up.
That's right.
And you know what? It's kind of hard to argue with that, I think.
Well,
But,
I'll tell you, it's another topic for public. Bring back public hanging.
Or a public ass beating. And if anybody can do it, Brand, it'd be done. But yes, thank you though for the compliments on the podcast. I like to think that the Mountain didn't, and I listen to other podcasts. I do. I listen to some of these. What is it, Wondery, and all these others. And I'm not calling them out by name, and I'm not challenging them. I challenge myself when I do the Mountain Mysteries. Stace will tell you this. Tracy, Cookie, anybody that knows me personally will tell you, I am my own worst enemy. I critique the hell out of myself. I never think it's good enough. Trace is in the chat room. She, how many times did I go back and change episode 80, A Killer Lurks, or 81 because I didn't think it was good enough. And everybody around me is in tears after they listen to it. And they're saying, what else can you do? But here's what I'm thinking up here and feeling in here. This is their memory. And that's the only thing Deb had left. That's the only thing that Frances has left of her dad. I've already went back and changed episode 82, Monster Under the Bridge, James Osborne. I went back and changed it 2 or 3 times, and I'm still not happy with it. What I hear right now may not be what you hear come October 16th. Because they matter to me. They all matter. I go to sleep with these people. I wake up with them. I walk with them. April, James, Amber, Summer, Laney. The list goes on. Crystal Rogers, Samantha, and Kathy Netherland, Jason Ellis. I can tell you about them. It don't quit. And that's the price that you pay when you are a voice for somebody that doesn't have it anymore. But you know what? As long as I draw breath, I will do it. And I will consider it a blessing that these families have come to me and said, will you tell their story?
Yeah.
It broke my heart when the family of James Osborne came to me and said, look, and basically it was paraphrasing. We don't have money. We don't have, I don't care. When did that come up? You don't have money. Okay. What you have is a dad that somebody killed. I don't give a rat's rip about whether or not you have money, but I do care that you have love in your heart. That's what matters to us. That's why we do it. That's why Stace gets on here. That's why Lloyd gets on here. That's why Caden would break his neck to help me with anything in media. That's why Des would be right there patting me on the back saying, hey, you got this. You can do it. That's why Tracy and Cookie are backing me. Kayla, Tina. That's why these people stand around me and behind me. And that little girl sitting right there, she's my right hand. So, anyways, why did Lloyd just show me a picture of his hand?
It's my right hand.
I don't know. I guess because he's got a brace on or something.
What'd you do? Miss a stroke?
How did you know?
Like Donna said, Chris, you don't sugarcoat. Oh, sweetheart, I don't know how to sugarcoat. My daddy told me when I was 12 years old, son, plain English is easily understood. So, yeah. It's one of those things where, and you know, I think she's right. Tina just said, we are an amazing village.
Yeah.
And I think, you know, I want the village to grow. And, you know, here's the thing. The more that Lloyd needs love too. John Marshall.
John.
So true, John.
John
Timed in with
babysitting Saturday
timing,
night.
perfect timing. Hats off to you, John.
We're coming to Stafford House this weekend.
Okay, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyways, that's why we do what we do. You know, it's not out there, and I'm not, you know, pushing. You know, we want ratings. No, I want the stories out there.
Yeah.
You know, there's people right now, and I'm just going to pick a country, one of the countries that the Mountain Mysteries is heard in, Germany. There's people who know April Pennington's name. They know Amber Spradlin's name. They know Krista Garrett's name. They will know James Osborne's name. The memories, you know, people wonder, you know, where do you get the theme song for the Mountain Mysteries? It was written by a man named Will DeCromet, and it's called Last to Fall. The purpose of that song is the last to fall is the memory. In other words, the memory stays with you. It doesn't go. Like I said in the promo, their names will echo in our minds through an eternity. Because every life, how many times have I got to say this? Every life matters. And I don't care what your sexual orientation is. I don't care what God you pray to or if you do. I do care about whether or not you respect other human beings and other people. And I just booted a guy straight off YouTube just a few minutes ago for making lewd comments about the Jewish faith and about people like, you know, Charlie Kirk, who I looked up to. I thought he was incredible. Karen, sweetheart, I will have my child, my offspring, as I refer to her these days, do that because a Cash App account, you can go right now. I've got Venmo and PayPal set up on chrisslone.media. And we appreciate, you know, Mary Ray has donated, and I think Mason on Main sent us something a few moments ago, and I want to thank him. And Mason, I really am serious. I'd love to come up, and I would love to see you
come with us.
and maybe have a cup of coffee with you and just sit and talk. And I'd love to be able to work with you and do more things if we could to promote your business, because I think you've got a very unique, wonderful business. I don't even want to know what he said. What Lloyd just said. I don't know. The spirit box this evening. We're already almost at 10 o'clock, baby. I'm sorry. You know how I get when I get going.
Hey, that's not a problem.
I give it a 10.
I'm sure we'll get some active stuff coming out. It's been going all evening.
Well, I do remember at the Haunted Doll show in Laurel County, you were kind of grateful that I could speak. And when I get going, I do. And you know what? This is me in front of a crowd.
I love it.
It's me. Did I not walk around the room?
Yeah.
I put my hands on shoulders and talking to people, and people were like, hell, this is. And I had the most beautiful compliment paid to me by a beautiful young lady who come up, and I apologize to them, but I said, honey, I'm sorry I went so long. I didn't realize I was talking so much. She said, my gosh, she said, everybody in here was enamored with it. We loved listening to you.
Yeah, that was great. I
was just being me. I was passing along.
You kept my jitters down behind the scenes.
Well, yeah, you and I ground each other.
That's the truth.
I mean, I've loved you since
Chris knows everything. I
I've loved
tell
you
him
since I was 8
anything
years old,
since we were
and I love you
babies.
to this day. It doesn't change. Oh, Cookie said that she can do Cash App for me. That's great, Cookie. Maybe
I
you
think
can
I
go
have a
tomorrow
Cash
and do
App.
it. I don't. I've heard of it, but I don't know much
I've
about it.
got one. I think I have a Cash App card too.
See, I've got a Venmo card. It's probably
Yeah,
up
if
there.
anybody needs Cash
I
App,
ain't checked my mail in like
I'll-
6 weeks.
I'll send it to you, and then
Snail mail.
we'll send it to Chris from there.
We might be able to go to Garbage App for these dolls.
You know, you ask why you are in so much trouble with them, why they keep screwing your life up, yet you're the first one to go over and poke the bear.
Right.
And what's going to happen is one of these days that bear is going to wake up and it's going to look at you and it's going to smile. And you know what that smile is going to say when it's showing all, how many teeth does a bear have? 50, 60? It's going to say, I'm back.
Yummy, yummy, yummy. I got love in my tummy.
You know, you knocked Reagan, you knocked Agni, you knocked my baby girl doll, the one that looks like Stace. That's my baby girl doll. I love her. I kiss on her. You knock Strawberry, and then you lose a Prius and a Jeep.
Strawberry.
And then my devil box turned over.
And then your devil box turned over. I'm sitting here thinking about, dude.
Cards are not.
No,
good.
The cards are looking at you saying,
So to speak.
turn around, bend over, it's going in dry. That's what the cards are saying, and it's nobody's fault but yours.
You know what I say?
I don't blame you. Did I not pick up Reagan
Psycho
and kiss her
bunny.
the other night?
Yeah.
I did.
She's good.
I love Reagan. I think she's yes. People think, oh, that dog's creepy. Maybe she's creepy, but I
She
still
makes
love
little
her.
growl noises, and he's heard her.
Yeah, she
So
does.
after that,
She does. But here's the kicker: I respect them,
We don't know.
and whatever is attached to them.
Yeah.
You know, here's the thing, and I'll never forget Ed Warren being told this by a preacher once. Same preacher that got into a wreck after he kind of nudged Annabelle.
Yeah.
Lorraine told me about this. The preacher said, look, the devil, or how is he? He said, God is stronger than the devil. And Ed said, yes, but no man is. And he told the preacher, don't touch. He said, everything in this room has either been used in a ritual, it's cursed, or haunted. And the preacher didn't listen, and he was in a wreck that almost cost him his life on the way home. And then, of course, there was the collegiate guy who had rode to the Warrens' home on a motorcycle as part of a college thing. And he was pulling a Lloyd on Annabelle, and he was in a wreck on the way home, and it killed him. And his girlfriend spent a year in the hospital. It's all true. You can look it up. It actually happened.
Oh, there's more to come. They're traveling around with her. I mean,
yeah. Matt Rife, who I love, I think he's a great comedian. I love him because he makes fun of everybody equally.
He does.
He don't care.
Cash App.
Oh, Cash App. Okay. But, you know, here it goes. It's Matt Rife had took that doll out of the case, even after Ed had posted a absolutely, positively do not open.
Right.
Somebody opened it. Somebody took the doll out.
Right.
Next thing you know, one of Matt's buddies, he is unalive. And there's storms breaking loose all over wherever that doll was and all kinds of things. Look, you know, you can call it coincidence if you want. But again, don't poke the bear. That's just my thought. So no, when it comes to the dolls, I respect them. And I do have faith and believe that God is more powerful than anything in this universe, Jesus Christ. But I'm not going to tempt fate. You know, look, amateurs built the Ark, professionals built the Titanic, and some wise ass decided to say, not even God himself could sink this ship. Was it 3-4 days into its maiden voyage? It's at the bottom of the Atlantic, and 1,500 people with it. Over 1,500 people. So, yes, Brookie does make. She is handling, or Cookie is handling all of our stuff for the Mountain Mystery shirts. I think Cookie can also do ball caps, and she can do like little cooler tumbler thingies and all. I mean, she is a one-stop shop, and she is very gifted and very talented with that stuff. She does wonderful work. She's incredible. So you want to fire up the box and let's see what we get tonight. Now that
already got it going.
Spiel for an hour.
For the dolls.
The best thing you can do is sit over there and shut your pie hole.
Yeah.
before
Sounds
you
like
get in
a winner
trouble.
to me.
Or, that one sitting right back there behind you, the one I call Strawberry, I'm going to sick her on you. And all I got to do is just walk over and pet her, and I give her a little kiss right here on her forehead. I think Reagan's, Reagan may be a little on the Halloweenish side, but I think
If anybody wants any call outs, go ahead and just let me
yeah, just call it
call it
out
out.
right there in the,
I did a few before the show.
yeah, we're going to sides, baby, and I'm going to minimize
Cool.
me and maximize you. You're more important.
Oh Lord.
Taylor, I think he's got it coming.
Can you come through for me? James, we called for you to come out also. Could you come out and talk to us?
James Osborne.
Can you give us the name of the person who was responsible? If it says that same name it did last week.
That's what I was sitting here
Remember how
thinking.
many times it said that?
Yeah, it was like 5 or 6. It was one name.
Did you hear it too?
What did it say?
Dean.
Yeah,
I said Adam and something, then Dean.
I'd also like to ask for Amber to come through if she could and tell me
We've asked for Amber to come
what
through.
she wants to
Come through
come out
for
of
us,
the
sweetheart.
trial, and if she's got any messages for Debbie or Missy.
Yes, come through for us, Amber. And Greg, if you could come through for Matt, we would love to hear from you. Summer, you can always come through. Ronnie, you can come through anytime too. I'd love to hear from you, Ronnie.
I'd love to hear from my Summer, my baby girl.
Can you tell anybody help us and tell us what happened to Summer? He had a shovel. Who buried her? Who was the man? Dad. What was the dad's name? Gunner. What happened to Summer? Does anybody else want to come through? For anybody here with us in the chat room, I would love to hear from Stacia too. Can you come through for us, Stacia? Hello. Can you tell me your name to validate who I'm talking to? Can you tell us what happened to James Osborne? Hit head.
John asked if Granny Grace Acres.
Granny Grace, can you come through for John? We'd love to hear from you.
Aunt Judy.
I was ready to get Aunt Judy too. Aunt Judy, you were always welcome to come through. You're one of my loves.
John's asking for his granny Grace Acres to come through.
So hit him on the head with the tool. Out you go.
I'd love to get my hands on the cowardly son bitch that killed James.
Give me the name of the person who did that to James.
That's a coward.
Give me the name. You gave us a name a few times before. It did. I heard Stacia too. Stacia, can you come back through for me? Can you say your name? Can you say your name for me? Can you tell us what happened to you? James, what happened to you? If you're with us, can you tell us? Something. Does anybody else want to come through for anybody that's in the chat with us? They'd love to hear from you. They're listening to you, listening for your voice. I think Summer. Help her. Help. Do you have something to say about Summer? We heard you whispering. Did someone bury her? Is she buried in a graveyard? Is she buried in a graveyard on top of someone else's grave? Can you tell me that? Bagged her up? Wow. Judy, can you come through? Or Granny Grace, can you come through? Just say your name to validate it. And that way we'll know where your message goes. Hang on, I'll check real quick, Candace. Yes. If you can see it or not.
I see a white screen.
It just looks super white now.
Yeah. But if you got it, then that's great. Yeah.
Yeah, it came through. It's 10. There it goes. Starting to focus a little bit. Thank you so much, Candace. We really appreciate that.
Yes, we do. And Mary, thank you so much, Mary.
Yes, Mary, thank you too.
That was wonderful. Thank you. Every little bit helps.
Absolutely.
Everything helps.
Ask Amber if she remembers any weird or any what? Read that to me.
Any word smells, I think it was.
Wait.
Any weird or foul smell.
The chat room does. It's way over. So little. Amber. Any weird or foul smells? Amber, If you can hear me, do you remember any weird or foul smells? Can you come through and talk to us? We would love to hear from you.
He's awful close to the dolls.
Somebody said, I love you. It sounded like they were crying.
Who was that for, I wonder? It had to have been for somebody in the chat room, maybe? Where is Enzo tonight?
Ignore me. He's laying right here in between, snoring.
Oh.
You know, he don't want Lloyd to sit beside him, so
Is Peony okay?
he's got to make sure he's
He's
got to make sure he's right there so that Lloyd can't get beside him.
He's right here between me on my lap here.
He's my protector. Amber, can you come through for us?
Enzo's my buddy. I thought I just heard a "Where's Chris" or Christine, maybe. It's coming through very clearly tonight.
Yeah, it sounds really good.
It does.
Amber, can you come back through? Love to hear your voice. I love. Who were you saying that was dead? Chris, you here?
Yes, I'm here. If I'm the Chris you're asking for. Yeah, the chats are a little bit slow tonight, aren't they? Latency.
They walked her to the dump. Or walked to the dump.
Thank you, Candace, very much.
Yes.
Every little bit helps. Every little bit helps.
Thank you so much. Who can we help?
Mary Ray said that I heard the word sound like Trevor here.
Is that what that was? Okay.
And KK here.
I want you to say it again.
Kelly Kimbler said, "Where's Chris?"
It's Trevor.
Is what she heard.
Trevor, are you here with us?
Wouldn't surprise me. He did like the show. He did like it.
What is it?
Ask Amber tell us about her father.
Can you ask Amber Spradlin to tell us about her father? Amber, if you're there, can you come through and tell us about your dad? Tell us about your father. Can you tell us? The dog's snoring. Can you tell us about your dad? Amber? Something. And he was down. Can you tell us who had something to do with what happened to James Osborne? Harry. Let's see what everybody else is hearing. After the dump. Yep. Find me.
Listen, a movie.
Can you tell me the name of the person who was put in the dump? Can you tell? What's your name? Daddy. What he said didn't happen. Listen to me. Buried. The little girl. Did they beat her to death? What did they do to the little girl? And hit her body.
You guys know who I'm thinking that's about. Summer.
Can you give me your name? Here. Are you here? Can you say what my name is or what his name is? Dad. Daddy. Can you tell me your first name? I'm out of breath. That's it.
Yeah.
I figured a few names would start flying through. It was Blake, Daddy. We're here for you. Chad. Can a little girl tell me her name? Bud. Can Jaden come through? Jaden, can you tell us what happened to you? Can you tell me what happened to you, Jaden? Blood box.
The first place.
Little boy from Kentucky.
Little boy from Kentucky, Jaden.
Plain as day. Little boy from Kentucky.
Kayla says that she's been dreaming of a concrete angel with praying hands. That's typical in a cemetery.
Oh gosh, I can't believe she just said that.
Yeah. Concrete angel with praying hands, yeah.
Yeah. I go there a lot in my dreams, and where I go, they're also one there.
I keep having some strange, vivid ones too.
It's so pretty.
Chris. Like,
I'm having a little bit of trouble making it out.
Oh, it's Enzo.
Oh, Enzo?
Mm-hmm.
yeah, he's.
Enzo's my buddy.
There's Chris.
Posturing.
Harold.
Enzo is so cute.
He's crashed out.
Yeah, I was going to say he's sleeping. He looks like he's sleeping. Wow. Okay.
Can you tell me your name?
That sounds a lot like.
Can you tell me what your first name is? Only if. Is your name Summer? Do you have a message? I'm with Sissy and the boy. Are you with your sister and a little boy? Do you have a message for anybody that's here with us or us? Can you hear my puppy snoring? Know his name. What's his name? Slow something. Slower than me. What can you tell me about the little boy? Something with his head. We're listening if you want to tell us anything. Sad.
You know, I still don't know exactly what it was that killed Jaden. What kind of injury or injuries.
I won't say what his name is. Can you ask him what his name is and tell me?
So did I, Mary. So did I.
I'll see. I'm sleepy. Is that what she said?
Yeah.
That could mean a couple different things.
Mm-hmm.
Since Helen said she changed his outfit. Can you tell me what happened to the little boy? Are you protecting him? Him feed me. Were you hungry? His mommy was mean. I'm sorry. I hate to hear that. Let her husband and something go to sleep. Can you tell me your name? And he was nosing or something. Sounds country as can be.
Now, maybe she's talking about me because I've sinus issues.
Something with the baby. I love somebody, and I can't name. I got that name. It's like 2 syllables. Can you tell him that we're here if he needs us? We can try to get a message to somebody.
Kelly thinks she heard "feed me."
I heard it too. I heard
Okay.
it too. He feed me. Can you tell me what your name is to the little? I think it's a little girl. Can you tell
Hey,
me your
Madonna.
name?
Good to see you, Madonna.
Is she coming here?
Yeah,
Hi, baby girl.
she's running a bit behind, but she's here. It's always good to see you.
And I love you and something put it in a bush. Did everybody hear the same thing I am? Did they put him in? Did they hide him in there? I love mine something. Does anybody else have any questions or want me to say anything or any call outs? Love you, Madonna.
Big bunches.
Oh, yeah. All right, I'm going to turn it back on for a minute. Can you tell us anything else? I'm going to open up the gates full on. Can you tell me what your name is?
It's good to see you, Anita.
Hey, Anita. Something with her eyes. Are you there taking care of the kids? Something with the small ones. They're the small ones again.
Who's the kid?
Jennifer, I'm not sure I'm familiar with that particular case. Tipton's son's killer got out of prison.
Oh, I don't know. Does anybody else want to come through the spirit box before we say goodnight? Chris, you want to come through the spirit box? Dude. This dude.
Dude.
Do you have a message for Chris? I miss him. I miss you. Miss going out. Yes, we can hear you. I'll give the message to Chris.
So let me get this straight. This asshole kills a little boy and then he gets out of prison. There is something seriously screwed up with
Yeah,
the
I'll have to look into that one. I haven't.
Any child killer, that's instant for me. It's done. Put him under the prison.
Yep. I want to thank everybody for coming through on the spirit box. Does anybody else want to say anything before I close down?
Kayla had a question. Can you ask my friend Alexandria why she stole that Tahoe and decided to wreck instead of pull over? A lot
Alexandria,
of
why did you
what
steal
happened?
Tahoe?
Huh?
Alexandria, right? That was the name.
Alexandria.
Can you tell us why you stole the Tahoe and decided to wreck?
Instead of pull over.
What happened? Alexandria, what happened? Why did you do fun? I heard fun.
Fun.
Listen. Yeah, I said fun and then it said listen. She was spent. Mike.
Logan Tempted one's from Versailles, Kentucky. 6 years old, happened in 2015.
Oh, okay.
That's up there in your old stomping ground.
Alexandria, can you come through for me?
Just a baby.
You can say hi to her.
Kid. 6 years old.
Anybody can come through. Something influenced. Logan. Did anybody hear that? Whisper. It was a female whisper. Logan, it sounded like.
I'll look into that, Jim. It's on WKY too. Okay.
Thank you for coming through, everybody, for us on the Spirit Box. You know, every time we turn it on, that you're more than welcome to come through for us. Any of us that's in the chat, any of us here in our circle, we'd love to hear from you.
Kayla wants to know if Alexandria was scared or if she thought she would escape. So
we'll turn it on for a second and see.
Well,
coming down something with Grandpa.
And for Amber, Jennifer said that we all love her and miss her. And that's true. Yeah.
Amber, did you want to come back through for us and talk to us again? We'd love to hear from you again. You know, every so often we might hear something and it always gets our hopes up.
Yeah.
Was speeding. Know that if you can hear us, know that we love you. And we'll never let you be forgotten. To all of our loved ones. We'll be here every week asking for you every time because we love you. I just cut it down a little bit. See?
Okay.
I'm sorry, but yeah.
Yeah, it's about time for us to call it a night. So if you guys will, do me a favor and do us a favor and share this. Tell people about it. Follow us on Facebook / The Mountain Mysteries. Follow Stacia's 606 Paranormal. And please, if you can, help us out. Again, that's at chrisslone.media, Venmo or PayPal, or Stacia has a Cash App, and I think Cookie's going to set me up one. Madonna said justice is coming, Amber. Yeah, we're 60 days away.
Yes, it is.
60 days away. And I'm kind of chomping at the bit, just like everybody else is. I want to see justice done. I want to see it served. I believe in the interview, Deb said that they thought it would take 2 or 3 weeks to get through the trial. I think it was. Yeah. That's barring delays and lawyer posturing and maneuvering and all the legal bull crap, you know. But, let's get down to it and cut it. what's the evidence? Let the jury, do what they do, and let's get justice for her. And and then there's, of course, with James Osborne, we still don't know exactly who killed him, but I would love to. And there's somebody out there I do honestly believe that knows something.
Yeah, or
You
two.
you can come forward. Call state police at 606-433-7711. That's post 9. That's a direct shot to them. Or maybe contact the family. Do something.
Yeah.
It's been a long time coming, Madonna said. Yeah, it is. Kayla said her birthday is on December 4th. I don't know that the jury will come back that quick and that they'll actually go to rest and turn it over to the jury by then. But, that would be a heck of a birthday present, wouldn't it?
Yes.
Is
Oh
to
my
see Amber
gosh.
get justice.
We'll have a party that I'm telling you.
I just don't see. I'd love to say, justice, but justice. I don't know if there is justice in this case.
No, I mean, when you're talking about something like that,
what the hell provoked 14?
I can never imagine.
14 is what Deb said she thought it was. 14. And I'm like, but anyways, if you've not listened to the episode yet, it's like Stace said, yeah, but be ready. It's
prepare yourself.
Yeah. Get prepared. It's not an easy listen.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of laughs in there. I don't think there's a single one, to be quite honest with you, that I can recall. But it's God, it hits hard.
It does.
And the one with James Osborne is going to hit pretty hard too.
Yeah.
I think the runtime on 81 is like an hour and 5 or 10 minutes. And for James Osborne, it's like a half hour. It's like 30 minutes. So ideal for most people that are commuting to work or back or whatever. But there's, a lot of meaningful content in there. His family really opened up, which was great. And told us about James and who he is. Mary Ray said, thank God Amber's accused was arrested. No justice for James or arrest. Need help setting up a reward for information. Also, Clancy Atkins murdered and no arrest in Pikeville. Yeah, that's another one. Clancy Atkins. There's people out here that aren't getting. Angie Chapman, where can you watch it? It's actually an audio podcast, Ange. But I'll put the link in there again for you. I don't mind a bit to do that. Just let me get to it. I'm going to assume, because Spotify will play on an Apple phone or an Android. It doesn't matter. So I'm going to put the Spotify link in there, and there it is. You can listen to it on Spotify. And for all I know, Apple plays just as well on Android. I don't. Everything that drops, I'm subscribed to it on Apple and Spotify both, but,
Yeah, for sure. He sure is.
Oh, you're welcome. Thanks for wanting to hear it, honey. I really appreciate that. But yeah, it is a pretty tough listen. I'm not going to lie. And you will hear me say words that, it's not suitable for kids. But again, it's got an explicit rating, even when I don't. But I know me well enough to know I'm going to go off on some pathetic piece of shit that thinks he can get away with killing a completely innocent person. Amber was guilty of one thing: wanting to belong.
That's it.
Wanting a family, wanting to have a sense of community, a sense of friendship. That's what she was guilty of. That's it. And she would have given anybody anything she had. She would have tried to help anybody in any way she could. I love this. These guys better buckle up because they're going to be passed around faster than a carton of Marlboro Smooth on a high school afternoon. You go, Kayla. You rock. I liked mine passed around like a peace pipe, but I like what Kayla said too. Yeah, they're going to spend some time with Bobo, I'm pretty sure. And that's going to be, you didn't see a link? It's right up there. It says host, and then here, put it there for you again.
Kayla, add me on Facebook.
On Spotify, and then right below it, it should have a link show up there. Yeah, it's showing in YouTube. Angie, you're looking on Facebook, though. I tell you what, hang loose. And as soon as I go off here, I'll go ahead and send you a link on Facebook if you didn't see a link. It's kind of this platform is a little hinky about that. It doesn't post messages to some Facebook. It's particular. It's a little bitch is what it is what the platform is. I don't know why, because you pay enough for it.
Yeah.
So that's my problem with Restream. God knows you pay enough for it, but it ought to post on everything. I don't give a damn if somebody's got to transcribe it and put it up there.
Yeah.
But anyways, hang on here just a sec. Andrew, are you watching on the Facebook Mountain Mysteries page or Angie? Yep, there it is. I'm replying to you right now. And of course you can hear it. There you go.
See, I can't
There you
reply to anybody on here on this one.
Replying to Angela Chapman. There you go. There you go, Angie. You got it now. Open Spotify. Just click yes when it asks you, and it'll go right to it, and you'll be able to listen to the episode. And do me a favor and subscribe to it. There's a lot of episodes on there, starting out with April Pennington and Dwayne Lovelace. And if you're into the paranormal, like the cryptids and things, Mothman, the legend of 22 Mine Road, which is the ghost of Mamie Thurman, which is just off US 119 in Logan County, West Virginia. And I know for a fact that there's some stuff up there that's hinky because I've been there, and it's wow. Stacia, friend request sent from Kayla. There you go.
Got it. Got her.
Awesome sauce. You're making all kinds of friends on Facebook, aren't you, pretty girl?
I love my family.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I get it.
We hold each other up.
That's what family does.
That's right.
You support each other. And, once you get into the Mountain Mysteries on Facebook, you'll find that we've got a couple little subdivisions, which is gatherings.
Yeah.
Perfect for people that want to stay up to date with this program. And then we've got a thing called Mountain Mysteries Family. That is a whole nother ball of wax, which is completely great. And it's for people that feel like it's for people that don't want to go through anything alone. And sometimes you just feel lonely. You can reach out, and there's always, people on there willing to chat and talk. And I think it's great. For being here. Maybe we'll see you this weekend at the Apple Festival in Paintsville. That's Lloyd. Yep. Black Panthers have been spotted in North Carolina. Everyone in the area, be careful. Enzo, you finally woke up, my little buddy.
The beard sticking straight up.
Oh yeah, he's been sleeping.
You can tell he's had a good one.
He's my buddy. I love him dearly. But with that, guys, make sure, and the biggest thing you can do is get people to. I mean, one of the biggest things you can do is get people to be a part of the Mountain Mysteries on Facebook. It doesn't cost a thing to join it, and we have grown by leaps and bounds.
Thank you to everybody too that's donating. We really appreciate you.
Yeah, without you, we couldn't do this. Well, you saw we was down a week because Stacia or I, neither one just had the money. When I was working in radio, the great thing was, I had more, but it was tough. It was killing me. So now I'm counting on this, and I'm trying to give it a chance. So, but I know good and well I can do it. I just have to have the opportunity. That's all I want is the chance.
That's right.
So, not asking for handouts, asking for chances, asking for the opportunity. So if you've got a business or somebody does own a business that could benefit by somebody, doing social media marketing, radio marketing, all of that stuff, send them to us, because they won't just have me, they'll have a family backing them. And it's a family that you can't beat. Like I said, we don't have fans. We have believers. There's a big difference.
That's right.
I shall see you tomorrow night.
I'll be here.
Is that true? Okay. And Lloyd? Yeah. It's just Lloyd. Maybe we should change it from Scared Lloyd to just Lloyd. No, I think Scared
That's good to
Lloyd.
me.
I mean, Brookie or Cookie's already making up the shirts and stuff like that. Says Scared Lloyd. Picture of him running off in the background, and Doll's chasing him. Reagan specifically, and Agni. Agni really likes you, Lloyd.
No.
Yeah, we saw that in the video, the latest. Mm-hmm. So with that being said, we will go ahead and say goodnight to y'all. And remember, don't ever let anybody tell you that you're not capable or that you're not worth it for any reason. You are worth it. You set the value of yourself. And if you ask me, you're not setting it high enough. You're worth it. And you don't have to be lost. You got a family.
That's right.
We love you.
Love you guys.
I love you, sweetheart. You have a good night.
You.
Good night, everybody. May God bless. And as always, stay mysterious.